Okay, guys, welcome back to TraderScale Success Stories. Today we're here with Louis Michaud. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, all good.
Yes, okay. So he has secured an impressive payout with part of our prop trading system. And here we're just going to talk about it, talk a little bit about the journey and a few other little bits. So tune in. So how are you today, Louis? You okay?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm getting there, getting there. It's Friday today, so here we go, end of the week. So in today's interview, guys, we're just going to go into the kind of unexpected lessons and maybe a little bit different about the things that we talked about before. And yeah, we'll just talk about Louis' trading journey essentially. And like I said, every journey is unique, so stay tuned and hopefully you can gather some insights from this. So was there anything, let's start with like where you're from, because you've got like Mauritius and then you're in Europe. So where are you from? How old are you?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Mauritius, and but I've been living in the UK for the past 12 years, in
Oh,
and out, coming back home and everything, just working abroad. And then I was in Scotland for about 2 years, and
okay.
now I decided to come back. So now I'm back in Mauritius just now.
Okay, cool. Why did you move to the UK from Mauritius, brother?
I know. It was literally just work-related stuff, Better
Okay.
money out there. I was there working, but now that I've, settled in on my trading journey, I just thought, let's come back to the sunshine, and then just keep doing what I'm doing just now. So that's the reason now. I thought, all right, I've done my time in the cold, back to the sunshine now.
Yeah, I got you 100%. I would totally agree on that, to be honest. How old are you exactly?
I'm 31.
31. 30s. I'm in the
Yeah.
30s as well. Yeah, 30s, baby. It's the best. Like I said, what was your first impression of trading? What was it, and was it any different to what you know now?
Oh, well, obviously, like everybody, you just start and you think, oh, it's going to be a get rich quick type of thing. But obviously, it's not the case. You fail like 100 times. But the thing for me that I can give, like an advice that I can give everybody is like, just don't give up. I mean, if you start, get some mentorship, get going, but you're going to burn some money for sure. You're going to burn some accounts, you're going to do some things, but that's part
Of
of the
course.
learning curve, learning
Of course.
process.
Yeah.
But if you start thinking, okay, where am I going wrong? Okay, what I'm doing wrong is I'm following like, some channels, or I'm just following some like tips and stuff, and it's not enough. You're not going to be profitable like this.
Yeah.
You need to kind of get some mentorship, start building your own kind of strategy, get going with something. And I mean, it's a journey, it's not just going to happen over time. Like you wake up tomorrow morning, you're filthy rich. No, you're going to have losses, you're going to take your time. So this is what I've kind of learned, from the start. It's like, just go crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. No risk management, nothing.
Yeah.
From my mistakes before, now I've realized that, okay, I'm learning from it and I'm progressing from that. And having like also the capital makes everything.
That's great. Yeah,
So
exactly.
before,
The leverage versus a broker.
exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good point there. A lot of people say, I often ask people what's the most important thing and stuff, and you've kind of again took the words that you say, like, get some guidance, just to get you started. You know what I mean? Like get the right guidance is probably a good way to put it, right? So, what was like something about trading you didn't realize when you started?
Well, that's something I didn't realize. It's like a constant, you need to keep at it, and things keeps changing. Like the market changes.
Yeah.
Sometimes your strategy needs to be tweaked a bit, change something, and it's amazing because you can be behind your laptop anywhere in the world and you can be making money, but you also need to put the effort in. So things that I
Yeah.
didn't realize, I thought, oh yeah, it's going to be just something simple, and just once you know this, that's no, but it keeps,
Yeah, to be honest, I thought it was going to be like, I think, I said this before the first week, I was like, oh, I'm going to smash this like in like, a couple of weeks, couple of months. It's just not like that. It's just not the case,
Yeah.
unfortunately. You got to stick at it. So, did you ever think about quitting? Was there a time you thought about quitting?
So many times I even gave myself some break because I kind of thought, I'm not getting anywhere here. I'm like, and that's the problem again about the capital. You start trading, you're like, all right, well, I'm just going to put $1,000 or $2,000 in an account, and then you start trading, no proper risk management, and you see, all right, today I'm making like, I don't know, 60 quid.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I've lost 120 quid, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, and another loss again, and then
You're
it's
gonna
like,
do it that though. That's the thing. That won't in the UK. I don't think that would even get you a round of beers for your friends, would it? At the moment, like with the inflation, you know what I mean? It's like you couldn't even do that. So yeah, I guess the leverage is quite important. You got quite an impressive payout with us. What was it in the end?
so literally I was pretty amazed at myself. So I kind of joined TraderScale in November,
Yep.
and by the 22nd of January, I had my payout, and I was like, oh my God, this is, and obviously like everything else, you know, you could read the reviews, you could watch the videos, but until the actual dollars reach your actual bank account,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, this is real. This is just
Yeah, yeah,
happened,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And my
sick,
first
sick.
payout was I think 2,900 something dollars.
2,900 something. Yeah, that's solid, man. Solid. A little
Yeah.
late Christmas present there, should we call it?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Happy New Year present. There we go. So, what was one lesson you think you learned about that no one kind of warned you about?
One lesson I've learned is, oh, well, if I can talk about it like learned, it's just the fact that, you know, there's obviously people also think like, oh yeah, I can get a funded account and that's it. But if you want to keep that funded account, it's not just about like, okay, you've burned the account and you've just been drawdown or something, but to try and keep the account, you've got so many things that you need to respect and you need to just discipline yourself constantly. You know, like when you've got like consistency rules and stuff like this. So you can't allow yourself sometimes to just go like, well, I'm just going to smash a $10,000 trade now,
Yeah,
but you'll still struggle afterwards. You need to be able to be confident in.
yeah.
So if your target is this, and you know you could go there, but keep at it just there and every day do the same thing so you know you're on the right path with your consistency and your payout
Yeah,
just comes like this.
I agree with that. Just set yourself small, achievable goals rather than like trying to make a bloody million in a year. You know, it's just like setting realistic
Correct.
targets. I agree with that. I think that's really sensible. Really,
That's for me personally because obviously I'm on my own doing it. You know, I don't have like a group of people or whatever. So and it's just
okay.
like kind of I feel like here we go. You know, like I know okay, I've my strategy. I know this is gonna go there, but I just go up to where I'm comfortable with to even maybe lose or get because I know then tomorrow I can do that again. I can do that again. But if I get like a I don't know me a 10-hour trade just for example now today, and
Yeah.
then tomorrow I'm like for the next week I'm only getting like 1-3, 1-4 ratio. I'm like, well, you're not going to get a payout. Your consistency is not
Yeah.
level, you know?
So I
So,
think, well, I touched upon this a few times, and it's, it depends on your personality, I guess. So like, if I hate losing personally, so I like a high win rate strategy. So I'll take 1-1, 1-2, 1-3 max. I don't really like doing the whole 1-10, but previously I was learning something like that, and the hit rate was great and it was really profitable, but you would lose consistently like 7 trades in a row, and the computer nearly went out the window a few times, let me tell you.
yeah.
So it's like did your trading strategy like evolve in certain ways as you came on, or did you start off like with something and you're like, right, that's not working, and then just like, right, that's definitely not going to work, back test it? How do you approach the markets now, and how did your strategy evolve?
To be fair, I kind of got mentorship for this. Sometimes you need to invest in yourself to get things, think, oh, you're going to try this and this and that, but you might take longer. So I thought, you know, mentorship is key. You can see the other videos and everything. And it's like, I got some mentorship and I've got people that showed me a kind of strategy, which is the SMC, the smart money concept.
Okay,
So
yeah,
we
smart
just
money
go
concept.
we just go based on liquidity and it's so simple. I know, I mean, you know, nothing is easy, but it's kind of so simple once you get the hang of it. And I've just been carrying on with that. And also the thing that I don't look at 100,000 pairs. I just trade GBP USD and Euro USD for this strategy.
Nice,
That's
yeah,
all I
yeah.
have.
It's I think like as a someone asked me, one of my friends asked me, like about must have been like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He's like, if I wanted to start, where would you start? And I was like, to be honest, I would start with the slowest pairs, like maybe like NZD USD and AUD USD,
Yeah,
because they move dead slow and they're kind of, they've
learn
got
it.
that rhythm. So, and then from there you can go to the more volatile pairs, because if you go straight in on gold, I guess, well, some people can do it, I guess,
Oh,
but if you get straight on gold, you're going to hell. Like you're
oh
going,
yeah.
yeah, you're out of
There's
there.
no way you hold
Yeah,
that. You know,
strike free. So, how did you learn to manage your risk? Was there like a moment where it was like, oh, I got it?
again, it came through the mentorship, and I think like having my funded account, I really because I don't want to burn it. I want to respect the rules. I want to respect everything. So this is where my risk management, because obviously now you don't need to make that much because you're getting a decent amount of money. You know, like if you
Yeah,
got I've got a 200K account. So, you know, like if you're risking 0.3, 0.5, it's already a decent amount on a trade, you know?
yeah,
So this just showed me because it gave me like clarity and confidence when I'm seeing numbers. I'm like, well, hang on a minute. There I can properly do my risk management. And to be honest, with the strategy I do and the mentorship I've received in my courses, I don't risk more than 1% on none of my trades.
yeah.
And if I've got like a setup that's like an A+ setup, I would probably risk up to 0.7. I don't even go for the 1%. And
Yeah.
also I kind of do only one trade a day for me. And this is kind of for my risk management as well. So I trade like obviously the London Open and New York Open.
Yeah.
If I don't see anything, that's me. I don't trade for the day. If
Oh,
I see
nice.
something, I got to set up a one win. If it's morning or afternoon, that's me. If I get a morning trade winner, I stop there. If I get a morning
Finish.
trade loser, I'm done anyway for the day.
Yeah, because a lot of folks, you know, especially beginners, the revenge trading is like quite a concept, right?
Exactly.
And we've all been there. We've all been there, you know. I think when you first start, you're like, I'll make that back now. I'll just double down. I'll martingale it or something like that, you know. Like everyone goes through that. But what do you what do you think about revenge trading personally? Like, when did you discover it in your own mind, and you were like, wow, I just did that? Was that like right at the beginning, or?
Well, all constantly all the time until I got my funded account. I just was like, no, that's it. I'm disciplined now. I'm doing it full time as well. So I'm like, listen, revenge trading is not going to pay out because sometimes I can just be like, all right, let's have a look. I'm risking 1% anyway. I don't risk more than 1%. If I open a trade, like I say, my entry was there and I went into it and I risked like, I don't know, 0.5. I was in the trade for some reason. I trade like short stop losses. If my stop loss got hit, but my trade is still valid, like my setup is still valid, I might sometimes say I'll risk another 0.2 or 0.3 just to give it a go because I'm still under my 1% target for the day.
Okay.
I kind of don't even
Solid
want to do it. I'm
strategy.
just like, you know what?
Yeah,
Sorry?
it seems like you've got a very solid strategy, to be fair, where you've got like your set rules and your discipline seems to be very good. You know, I've interviewed hundreds of traders from previous work and stuff like that, and you know, some of them are really aggressive traders, and it's interesting to see, you know, the different patterns in traders, in personalities and stuff. And you seem like you've got a very fixed kind of daily routine, which is so. Do you have like a daily routine in terms of, do you get up, do you have coffee or something like that? Like, you sound like you're French, so I like kind of French Mauritian.
Mauritian, so I do speak French. Yeah.
Yeah, so you must like coffee, right? If you're from France, right? So I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing.
Again, like before, because I worked offshore. I
Okay.
worked offshore in the North Sea. I was working on the oil rigs. So it was hard to try and have a set routine, you know, and this is when you were doing like, you didn't have a plan, you know, you don't open your charts, check what you need to check. You were just kind of like opening, thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get in a train and what happens? Most of the time you get burned.
Oil rigs. You were working on an oil rig before. That's really interesting. So that was like, so where was that, in the North Sea? Was that in the
North Sea.
Cool.
Yeah,
I've seen some videos of that, man. It looks it looks a little bit sketchy. Eh? I'm like, what?
It is a hostile environment there, and it's like
Yeah.
a 3-weeker. So you do 3 weeks on and
3 weeks off. So what about the internet connection here? Can you trade from the oil rig, or?
We've got like decent Wi-Fi.
Really?
Like a decent client, one of the biggest one in the world. But they fund it. You know, we had like Starlink on the
Oh, okay. You got a Starlink on the old oil rig, trading from the oil rig. That's the first one I've heard about that. So I've never heard that.
Yeah, no, we were the thing was I had like, you know, I do a 3-weeker, so I had like 2 weeks on nights and 1 week on days.
Right.
So you kind of sleeping when things are opening,
Yeah, and then you wake up, you're in Asia and nothing's moving, and then you're like, right, okay, yeah, I got you. That's interesting, man. That's very interesting. So, was there any big shift in your mindset after hitting the payout, or did you just maintain like the balance, or was it completely different?
There was a massive shift in my mindset in the sense that this is all real, and if I keep at what I'm doing now, means that I've been doing something right. So
Yeah.
because a lot of people get payouts, don't even reach the phase of the challenges and stuff, and it's just like, all right, cool. So I am doing something right. So then I may as well stick to it because this is happening. And the fact that I was saying to you earlier as well, I'm not looking for greediness. I just look for like steady progress. And I'm happy with, like, you know, yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. I love that. Really love that. So we're like buzzing that you've got this consistency now, and congratulations on your big payout, $2,900, late Christmas present, like we said, is brilliant. So so what's something about being a funded trader that's different from what people usually expect?
To be fair, I think it's everybody. Well, if you kind of you get to more into the trading world, you know, and you want to carry that as your journey or something, everybody knows that capital is like, you need capital to see something coming back. So if you're gonna start, unless you've got loads of money spare on the side that you can put in the bank yourself, but I would say, like, if people are thinking I'm going to start with $1,000, $2,000, I'm not saying you can't. You can learn from it, but it's going to take you ages to start seeing, a progress
Yeah.
if you want to start making an income from it or do something about it.
Unless you're holding trades for like a couple of months, like position trading
Yeah,
sort of
and
thing.
this is like
So
a swing type of trade. I mean, some people do it, but for me, it's
yeah,
like more
I know one or two
day
guys that are
trading.
real good at it. Like their position, they kind of not swing. They're even like positions, so they'll like hold for 3 months. I know one guy's been holding gold for like 3 months, and I'm like, dude, like
Wow.
you, but like he's
Can't be
his psychology game is through the roof because he's like every time it comes back down, he's like, nah, I'm just gonna hold. But he's been in the game for like 15 years, so he's an absolute wizard. So we'll go on to like the advice part. But just before we get to that, how did you find TraderScale as a company? How did you find our support team? We can go into anything, and if you have any feedback, that would be great.
I think, to be honest, I think it's been great. Like I said, like everything else, there's so many scams, there's so many things these days that you don't even know sometimes. Everything kind
Yeah.
of looks legit, and you need to sometimes you just have to take the risk and go for it, and then you are with the right people.
Yeah.
And for me, my experience with TraderScale has been great. Like every time you need someone, you contact them, you get an answer within like the next half an hour, 1 hour,
Yeah.
and everything has always been well explained to me. If I had
Mhm.
any questions, anything, any help,
What about
it's always been.
what about the dashboards? How did you feel about the dashboard and
Yeah,
all the
I think it's
payout process?
perfect, well explicit, and I've never had a funded account before, so for me it was a first, but it was well easy. Some stuff I was like, "Wow, what does that mean?" and everything, but you just go through Google and like, what does that mean? And it's all
Yeah.
explained.
It's all explained well. Good. Well, I'm glad that you like the platform because we're trying to improve daily. We're actually introducing some more new things, like right now, some educational things about the rules, just to make things a bit more clear. But I'm glad that you find it. Most people are sound with it already, to be honest. But we're just trying to make it like as pristine as we can right now. So I'm glad that you really liked it. And once again, like buzzing for your payout. So congratulations on that. So we're going to go through like a section now for advice. Now, I know you said earlier, get someone like a mentor, maybe give you the right kind of guidance and give you the push in that right direction. So is that one piece of advice you wish you'd received earlier?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Like instead of losing my time. Well, but to be fair as well, it's been a learning curve. It's been an experience because maybe it taught me things that I would have known if I had straight a mentor and I would have probably been in a different mindset. But now I know what I've done before, the mistakes and everything. Now I've got a mentor
Yeah.
that's teaching me things, and I can see, one thing is try and get rid of the bad habits and
Yeah.
try and put the good habits in, and
Yes.
you'll get there.
Right.
You'll get
Okay.
there.
Perfect. I love that
But
answer.
it's hard to kind of do this with your own kind of little devil in your mind. You need another little devil to tell you something different
Right.
for them to be like, all right, yeah, I should start removing this habit and try and put this habit.
Yeah, so removing bad habits early is yeah. So if you, I suppose like if you get stuck in any habit, like whether it's whatever, like eating bad food, or you can get stuck in that, and then it's harder to remove. But if you can spot it early, then get rid of it. The process might speed up, I
100%.
guess. Yeah. So what do you think is a mistake that every trader makes at some point? Like one big one that they think is like something trivial.
I think it's thinking they're gonna get rich tomorrow. Like, be like
I
so
see.
quick like this. It's
100%.
it's not happening like this. I mean,
No.
if you get into the game and you want to do it for a long time, you will know that it's never gonna happen. Like you're not gonna get rich tomorrow with it.
No, 100%.
I
I agree.
think that's the big mistake that people just try to run before started walking. And what's happening? You're gonna break your legs or you're gonna break an arm. And
Exactly. Yeah. That's what one of my friends said that to me. It's like running before you start walking. Yeah. Really interesting. So, what do you think something that traders should stop worrying about?
oh, stop worrying about, I would say, maybe sometimes when you get in, if you got a strategy, if you know you're doing something right, you may as well stop worrying about, oh my God, I'm gonna lose there. I'm not sure, like, and I'm talking about personal experience here because I'm kind of still like this, and this is one of my bad habits that I'm
Yeah.
like too quick to think, I'm just gonna take some partials, or I'm just gonna close, like you can't hold the nerves. And I would say one thing is people that they need to stop kind of worrying about, including myself, is just try and trust the process. Got your risk management there. You can afford to lose this or not, or whatever. You've got your trading plan.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about the outcome. The outcome will play. If your strategy is working, you're respecting your rules, and you've got a good risk management,
I got you.
It will happen.
Perfect. I love that. So yeah, we'll wrap it up there, man. And like I said, Louis, thanks for coming on, bud. That was brilliant. And you clearly know what you're talking about, and we're glad that you are making some money. And guys, like I said, if you enjoyed this episode with Louis, make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you took anything that resonated with your own journey from Louis. And yeah, once again, Louis, thanks very much. And I wish you all the best luck in the future and keep smashing it. All right.
Thank you very
Nice
much.
one, dude. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes, buddy. Take
Bye,
care.
bye.
Bye-bye.